Hello, and this is Vicky from Dublin Maker here, and in this Maker video we will be talking about lighting setup with a few examples to help get you started. So an example setup would be like Chris here, and as you notice both him and what he's demoing are all in shot. Or it could be another setup like Spain, who has an overhead shot of her project that she's demoing, and by the way, you don't have to be in shot, it's all up to you. Now, for the lighting, there's a few things to be aware of. So the first one I'm going to go through is brightness. You want to have as much light as possible when shooting your video, otherwise it will be too dark, footage will get too grainy, and you can't see the details of what you're demoing, especially up close. And here are pictures of me with the lights off and on, and if you're curious on the lights I'm using, I'll put them in the description below. Now onto warmth. That ranges from the color yellow to blue, where yellow is a warm color. Think of being indoors with incandescent lighting, or the golden hour lighting during the sunset, and the colder blue is more fluorescent lighting or outside sunlight colors during the day. So here's examples of me in warm and cold light. So adjusting the brightness and the warmth help balance the image, especially around skin tones, and picking out details of what you're focusing on your demo. To ensure even lighting, an inexpensive way is to replace them with all the same light bulbs in your fittings. Here is a site I found, and I'll link that in the description below. It shows you the color warmth chart on how brightness and warmth as well as location of your lights can affect your video. Which comes to the third part, which is the placement of lights. And if you are in shot demoing, you'll need at least 2 lights. And third one would be nice to have. There's something called a key light. This illuminates you as the main subject. Then a fill light, and this helps reduce the shadows and helps in contrast with the background. And then there's the optional one which is the backlight that helps make you or subject pop out from the background. You can find out more about key light, fill light and backlight, as well as do a search for 3-point lighting setup. Now onto the overhead shot of your project if you're doing it that way. Here's an example of ways of doing things up close if you're curious. I will put that info of what I used in my setup in the description below. We have 2 light sources from 2 different positions and a camera overhead. Here's the contrast with the lights off and on. And if you do close-ups, a ring LED light might be an option, and that goes around your camera or your phone. It is not recommended though if you're further away from the camera. So one last thing, if you find the light too harsh, also known as hard light, you can diffuse it or soften the light simply with a piece of paper. So that's a whistle-stop tour of lighting setup with some examples. If you have any questions, email us at info@dublinmaker.ie. If you want to see more of these videos, tell us on Twitter, Insta and on Facebook. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video as well as hitting that bell so you are notified when we put up a new video. And that's it from me, Vicky from Dublin Maker, so take care and goodbye.